Hi there everyone, welcome back to the KuickBite AI series. In the previous video, we have designed our application architecture and built the front-end landing page using pure HTML and CSS. Now it's time to deploy it. In this video, we'll deploy our front-end application on AWS EC2 instance using Nginx and we'll make it publicly accessible using the EC2 public IP. First, we need a working application running somewhere, and this is how most projects start. A simple VM, simple front end, simple deployment, and simple architecture. Then gradually, as scales and complexity increases, we evolve the infrastructure. First, let's launch an EC2 instance where we deploy our front end application. So as you can see my screen, here we have created a front-end application. We have a single file, so we have to deploy this in an EC2 instance. So let's go to the AWS console. When you log into the AWS console, you will see something like this. Then you simply select the region. Mumbai region is the preferred region as we are in India, so the latency will be less. So just search EC2 instance in the search bar and click on EC2 instance. Just skip this. Okay, now click on instances and just click on the launch instance. So here we can name our EC2 instance. So this is a simple front-end application, so we'll name it KuickBite Frontend. So the spelling is correct, yes. So now the second is OS image. We have to select the operating system for our servers. So first one is Amazon Linux, and generally in production environment we use Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, and some of them are using Red Hat. So we'll use Amazon Linux and Ubuntu only. So for this practical we'll use Ubuntu, but for future practicals and for the production and backend deployment we'll use Amazon Linux. So now just select which operating system version you want. Like Ubuntu have many versions, 22, 24, 26. So we'll use 24 because it's a stable version. 26 is newer, so we'll use 24 for this practical. Just confirm the changes and you have to select the architecture. So according to the application you can use any of the architecture, both works fine. So in future practicals we'll use Amazon Linux and we'll use ARM architecture, but in this we'll use 86. So for the instance size, how much RAM and CPU you need for this, so T3 micro or T2 micro both are enough. So let's choose T3 micro for this practical, and you have to create the key pair name. So let's create this series a special key pair. So click on create. Okay, let's name it KuickBite official. So when you create a key pair, it will get downloaded. You have to save this somewhere else. Now next part is a networking setup. So we'll discuss this in some other lectures. So for this we are allowing the SSH traffic from anywhere and HTTP and HTTPS traffic from anywhere on the internet. You can also select my IP, but for this this is for testing our website, so we'll use anywhere. For the storage, 8 GB is fine for us. In future practicals, if more is required, we'll increase accordingly. So that's it. Let's click on the launch instance. So as you can see, the successfully initiated the launch. You can click on this instance ID. It will take you to the instance dashboard, and it's showing instance state is running. So now you can also connect with the CLI, or you can also use the browser to connect with this server. So let's click on the connect. So here you can see there is a public IP. We'll use this to test our website. So as you can see, now it's not working. So let's connect to this EC2 using public IP. Here is the public IP, here is the username. Just click on connect and it will open a browser terminal. Now here you can see we got the terminal access of the server. Now we will set up our HTML page in this server to serve it publicly. First of all, let's get the sudo access. You get the root access. Here you can see previously we have logged in using Ubuntu user, and now we have a root user. So the first step is apt update -y. You have to update the server packages. In the next, we'll install the Nginx web server. Nginx is a lightweight and high performance web server commonly we use in production systems to serve the traffic and balancing the load. So as you can see, this is installed. Everything looks good. Now check the state. First install the Nginx server. So apt install Nginx -y to keep it yes. So Nginx is installed. Everything looks good. Let's check the status. Systemctl status Nginx. So it is running. Now using the public IP, here you can also get the public IP, or you can get the public IP here. So just copy it and paste it in the browser. You will see a sample page from the Nginx web server. So we have to serve our website instead of this Nginx. Back to the server. Now you have to go to the custom directory, cd/var www and HTML. If you type ls, let me zoom it a little bit. Here you can see there is a file named nginx debian.html. If you cat this file, this is the file which is served by Nginx by default, which you are seeing here. So you have to delete this file. Let's rm-rf index. The file is deleted now. Now you have to create your own file. We'll use nano. You can also use vim index.html. You have to create this file. The browser will open a nano tab. Then you have to copy this. In the future lectures, we will also set up the CI/CD part to auto deploy when we push this code into the GitHub. But for now, just copy all the content of this HTML file and go back to the terminal, and you have to paste. When it is pasted, just press Ctrl X, Y and enter. So this is saved. So you have to give the permission so that this file can run properly in the web, properly run by a web server. So first you have to give the permissions. This is the user of our Nginx web server. This is done. Now we have to open a browser again. Now our front end will be live on AWS. Here you can see this is pretty nice. So this is the first deployed component of our KuickBite AI. Here you can see everything works seamlessly. The features, the docs, the home, everything looks very good. If you open anywhere it will work. So in the incognito tab, sorry, you have to paste. So this is showing error because the HTTPS is not enabled as of now. In the future lecture we'll do that as well. Now obviously this is not a production grade yet. Right now we are using only a public IP to serve our front end. No domain, no HTTPS, no load balancing on the front end, no CI/CD is there, but that's intentional. We start simple first, then we evolve this architecture step by step throughout the series. In the next video, we'll build the basic backend with a chat interface for our AI application, just like a chat GPT where you can chat with the AI model. So we'll build the chat interface in the front end, and we'll also build the backend using Anti-Gravity or Google Gemini AI. And we'll set up a Git repository to push this code and set up a server properly for backend and frontend with a DNS name. Here you can see the IP, but we'll use DNS name, something like quickbite.example.com for the frontend, and quickbite.api.example.com for the backend. And we'll everything configure in the Nginx configuration and add HTTPS using Let's Encrypt and make this deployment more production ready. This is simple. So we'll deploy everything on EC2 as of now. If you are following this series, build this alongside me. Don't just watch, because DevOps only makes sense when you actually deploy things yourself. If you have any doubt or any question, just comment down below and I will make a video on that topic. Like if you know about the Nginx configuration or the configuration of EC2 instance, everything I will make a video. If you need, just comment down below. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you up in the next video.